Welcome back to the Butterfly Season podcast. I'm back again with a short mini episode to just fill you up. And this one is good or bad, who's to say? There was a few years ago, we were at this is a little morbid, but I will land this plane. A few years ago, we were at a funeral and someone giving a speech had told us this story about good or bad, who's to say? Sometimes you can experience negative situations in life, and in that moment, it might feel like a bad situation, but then in a week, a month, a year from that day, you're like, wow, I am so grateful that happened. And I know that we all probably feel like that in some way or another. I think the part of the story was this guy's son broke his leg, and someone was like, wow, that's so terrible that your son broke his leg. And he was like, good or bad, who's to say? Like, if this is good or if this is bad, I couldn't even tell you. And maybe a week or so, I don't know, in this story, there was a draft for the war and the son couldn't go because his leg was broken. So good or bad, who's to say, right? And that got me thinking about things that happen to us in life, or no's or yeses, or, negative situations, whatever it is. It's like good or bad, who's to say? Is this good or is this bad? I couldn't even tell you. But what that's helped me with is adopt a more positive mindset around no's right now, and around the perceived lag of time to do something or get something. When we got our home, before we were buying our home, there was a challenge around, my husband's income was foreign at the time, playing football in Canada, and I was an entrepreneur, am still, but I owned 100% of a business. And so if I owned like 25% or less, then we can qualify for a higher house. It's just like, honestly, the weirdest hoops and loops, like having foreign income, they like dock your income and you can't qualify for a higher. Anyways, this is a longer anecdotal story than I had planned. But I say that to say it was so delayed in us getting a home, and we were like very discouraged and frustrated and upset. This was in 2020, guys, or 2019 was when we first started. Like November, December, and I'm so thankful that delay pushed us to February. Yeah, purchasing the home and closing in February, because we got the like COVID like interest rates, right? Like we got in at a really great time. Our house appreciated so much. And if it was earlier, it would have been a different situation. And so it's like good or bad, who's to say, right? So anyways, I want you guys to adopt that mentality as you move through life. Good or bad, who's to say?